What is horizontal scaling? Why do so many people use it? Why is it so exciting? Why is it probably the wrong thing for you to do today? How should you use it right? Why does it work? Why is it the wrong thing to do? What is all this mess around horizontal scaling? Let me help you out. Hi, once again, my name is Charlie. Welcome to my channel. I'm here over the next 10 to 15 minutes or whatever it's going to end up being. I'm here to explain to you what horizontal scaling is, why it works, why you probably shouldn't use it, and if it does work for you, how to best implement it. Let's go. What is horizontal scaling? I'm Charlie. Nice to see you. Let's get started to help you begin to win at Facebook. All right. So, horizontal scaling. Now, this is a really fun tactic that basically means instead of spending in one place where I'm seeing wins, let me try to win by spending in a few places. Now, this is built on basically two core values. Number one is that, well, if I keep my budget low, then my bid will be low, which means I'm maintaining my efficiency. And in order to scale spend, I'm just going to have 3 or 4 horses in the race. Instead of having one big guy, I'm going to have a few little ones. Thinking there is sound, mostly at the surface. The other version of horizontal scaling is to utilize a tactical or strategic test and basically try to solve the problem in 2 different ways, utilizing the same architecture so that you can truly begin to find incremental performance. Now, one of those is a good way of doing it. One of those is a bad way of doing it. Let's focus on the wrong way first. The wrong way, making duplicates. Horizontally scaling using the same bidding model, potentially the same audiences or completely different ones, and potentially the same ads or completely different ones, basically trying to win in 10 places. The idea is that it will keep your budget low, so your bid will be low. That works. Now, what are you really doing? What you're really doing is keeping Facebook dumb. You're making an active effort to take a machine learning platform and prevent it from learning. Remember, Facebook relies on a volume of data to deliver you consistent results. If that volume of data is inhibited, then your results will be inhibited. If you give Facebook better quality data, you're going to get more consistent results. That's just how machine learning works. That's big data, right? That is what all of this is built on. That is how their empire was founded. That is the entire game. So if you're spending in 10 places, do you legitimately believe that it is going to ultimately perform better having 10 things that are 10 times as dumb than one place where you're focusing on a better business objective? Maybe you get it down to 2 or 3 instead of 10. Those are automatically going to be 3 to 5 times smarter because every data point is some intelligence you're giving Facebook. So as you try to scale over and over again, what are the problems we hear all the time? Well, it's really unstable, and well, I'm getting a lot of delayed results, and I'm getting some success over here, and I'm trying a bunch of different sales pitches, and I'm kind of chasing things, and this kind of works, and that kind of works, and it kind of worked yesterday, but it's really not reliable, and like this is a big machine, but like I'm going to just keep pounding away at it. You're solving problems with hard work and complexity and hoping to get lucky, and you're going to fail. That is a losing battle. You're going to do well. There's absolutely an opportunity to reach some success doing that. But understand, you are sacrificing long-term success for short win, hard work, and stress. Now, as far as I'm concerned, that's a bad investment. I'm not here to tell you what you should and shouldn't do, but if instead you were to pool all those resources into trying to solve one problem well, odds are you'd be okay. I see brands where like they'll spend $200 a day in 5 different places and try to get over $1,000. That makes sense. My question to you is your customer base so low quality and so small that you can't spend $1,000 a day selling one product? Or trying to solve one problem? If that's the case, maybe the problem is the business model. But likely, I mean, $1,000 a day, even for like super low ticket, super niche products. Let's say it's 20 bucks. That's 50 customers a day. Over a month, that's 1,500 customers. How many people are likely to buy your product? Is 1,500 like the max? Or are there 1,500 people in your city that might buy? And then there's the rest of the world. I highly recommend that you avoid horizontal scaling where the overall goal is to keep Facebook dumb and get lucky. Ultimately, that's a losing proposition. And the people that I see making the same complaints about audiences and about offers and about angles and about testing and scaling and instability are all building their thing around this idea of let me try to outsmart the machine and keep it as dumb as possible and leverage hard work and getting lucky instead of leaning into machine learning and just treating the system as though it was the single greatest invention for mankind ever of using trillions of data points in real time to create content at scale. Now, the other way of horizontal scaling, the good way, is to say, well, I've got one campaign that's doing really well. Lowest cost campaign, 2 or 3 audiences, 4 or 5 ads. I'm spending $1,000 a day here. Or $100 a day, whatever it happens to be. You've avoided the problem that person number 1 has, and you've decided to lean into machine learning and getting better and better results over time while working far less and making your life far less stressful, and getting better results, honestly, and more stable results, honestly, than guy number 1, or right? So we got this lady. She's got a solid control campaign. What's she supposed to do next? Well, you can try horizontal scaling by taking a different tactical or strategic solution. So let me tell you what those looks like. Tactical solution. What if we duplicate the account? What if we duplicate that campaign at a lower budget and run it as like a cost cap? Where the point of that cost cap, we set the bid at or below what the other campaign is delivering. And the whole point is, can we steal like 20% of our $1,000 or $100 a day spend and get more than 20% of results from day-to-day basis? So like if we're getting 10 sales a day, can we steal enough budget to make 2 of them, throw it into cost cap, and maybe get 3 or 4? Well, now it's incremental to your business. Not only is it helping your business, but it's also reducing your average cost. And because it's reducing your average cost, what do you think happens to that lowest cost campaign? It gets smarter. It gets better. Your efficiency improves. You're scaling results by scaling efficiency and working smarter. Now, that version of something, 9 times out of 10, is going to wildly beat that first version of something. Not only is it going to be far less work, not only is it going to be far more stable, but it's also going to allow you to push your budget in a way that doesn't overall produce a negative result on your cost per, because you've scaled your efficiency. You've given yourself headroom for increased spend. And remember, the bid is your budget and your estimated action rate. So now you've taken a system that might be 5 or 10 campaigns where you're working hard all day, trying a million different ideas, where you're basically just struggling and working as hard as possible to keep Facebook as dumb as possible so that you can rely as much as you can on being lucky. And you've traded all of that for having one campaign that works and then trying a second one to see if you can beat it strategically. You can also try to beat it beat it tactically. You can also try to beat it strategically. Maybe you have one audience in that campaign that is doing phenomenally with one ad that is absolutely gangbusters. What happens if you were to take that one ad and that one audience, like say it's, a UGC ad at Broad. What happens if you were to take that one piece out or duplicate it over and just try to isolate that one piece, silo that one effort, and see if I can get an extra $100 or $200 a day, or an extra 10 or 20, or an extra 1,000 against this one absolute best ad in the absolute best audience? That's a broad prospecting audience. So you don't have to worry about audience overlap and all of this other stuff. You're taking your best estimated action rate. You're giving it an opportunity to go against its best audience at a lower budget. So theoretically, your bid is also going to be lower there. That tends to work about 50% of the time. And if it doesn't work for you, fine. Turn it off and you let it go. You let it leave the learning phase. You see how it stables out. Does it do better or worse than your control? If the answer is better, awesome. If it's worse, oh well, you tried. Try another thing. None of these are 100% the absolute best things that you should do. These are all tried and tested ways of leveraging strategic and tactical solutions to problems instead of relying on the wrong way, which is hard work and getting lucky while actively making a specific effort to keep Facebook as dumb as possible. It's a machine learning platform, and if every dollar you spend isn't spent on trying to teach it, then you are ultimately working against your own best interests, and you're probably going to fail. You're going to struggle, and in 6 months you're going to be solving the same problems today that you were solving 6 months ago. I hope that helps. Once again, hi, I'm Charlie. Comment below if you have any questions. Over here is a cool video you might want to try out, and sub over in this general area if you found this to be valuable. Anyway, I'll see you later. Thank you very much, and go kick some ass. I'll see you on the other side.